When people discover that pornography has become a problem, it's usually because they feel powerless to it. One person said it is that they discovered that it was a problem for them when they felt that they overburdened their sexuality. I thought that was very insightful. He said, I think I've made it responsible for boredom, for a sleep aid, for stress, for my anger. But as he did stop, he said he was even more shocked at how much better he felt. He didn't realize what the negative effects were. There's a lot of reasons that people want to quit pornography, but I think there's about 3 categories that I could kind of put them in buckets. So the first one is definitely freedom. I hear words like, I feel enslaved by it. And so the thing that motivates them is freedom. It is such an empowering word for them. They want to be free. They want to be free to choose whether to do it or not. They don't want to feel like they're compelled to do it. Another one that really motivates people to want to quit pornography is attachments, connection. They feel that they've become isolated in this world. So I hear a lot that I want to improve my partner relationships, my friendships. I just feel isolated. And so they found themselves creating their relationships through this fantasy world instead of doing kind of the hard work, the real relationships. So their motivation to quit is they feel alone in a group of people. And so they want to learn how to really connect with people. And then the last bucket is authenticity. They feel like they've lost themselves. They don't know who they are. They tell me that they think it's because of shame, and secrecy. There's a lot of shame that seems to come with pornography. And so then they start developing this belief system about them that they're bad, that they're not worthy. And so that seems to be kind of a filter of which they live their lives looking back. When people start to engage in pornography, it's at a time when their brains are really young and concrete thinking. And so concrete thinking is bad kids get in trouble. I'm in trouble. I'm a bad kid. And this isn't, I made a mistake. This is, I'm bad, so therefore nobody's going to want to be with me. They don't feel that they deserve help. They don't feel that they can do it. And so shame stops them from getting help anywhere. Guilt, however, is supposed to be a positive, motivating emotion, right? It just is an emotion that tells us we're out of alignment. And so as soon as we get back in, it should motivate us positively to get into alignment. And so if we can capture that, then we can overcome and recover. But if we get stuck in shame, it's this even unconscious belief system that I can't do it anyway, so I try. So then they get stuck in those relapse cycles over and over again. So when I talk to people, when they said, well, what does recovery look like? I say, well, if we create a life that's so satisfying and fulfilling that you don't need pornography, that's when we know we've gotten some good recovery. When people have engaged in pornography to the point to where it's become a coping mechanism or something that they turn to for attachments or comfort, you've got to think that with any sexual activity, there's a lot of soothing, a lot of oxytocin, dopamine, good chemicals that are pleasurable chemicals that are coming. So you've got to understand you're getting rid of that, but also a lot of people have been using that to numb out hard emotions, life stress. And so not only are you getting rid of that, but you're now exposing yourself to pain that was originally numbed out. So you're getting this pain and you're not doing this, so your body's going to kind of rebel a little bit and say, whoa, what's up? So what I tell people is how fast you feel better is directly dependent on how you engage in the healthy replacements. So if we use that, instead of using that energy just to not engage, as they do these replacements, they can feel healthy and happier faster now. And that motivates them to keep going. Fortify is a sexual compulsivity app. It helps people who feel that they've developed pornography as a problem or a challenge or feel it's compulsive for them. It gives them a roadmap to overcome it. We educate this component that this is a process, this is a thing, and it's something you've got to commit to. But the process of change is something all humans really need to do. So how we set up our app is we divide it into learn, connect, and track. And in our Learn component, we provide video training as well as questions and exercises to implement as far as inventories to have them assess. And then we provide a community for them. So we have forums, we have coaches that are experts in their different lifestyles, because we believe that if you make little changes in lifestyles, that's that underlining piece, then you can feel better. And that helps you to manage the triggers and the urges. And so we have sleep coaches and dietitians, exercise coaches, relationships, mindfulness coaches, which is message-based, but they can message all of them and get help in the areas that they're finding they're lacking in. And then we also have a therapist component if they're needing to dig into some of those deeper inner work changes. And then we have the track component, which gives them insight. So we have daily tracking, which helps them get to know that outer change and get to know what triggers are coming in, and we ask them that to reflect. And then there's also a weekly well-being survey that checks all of these underlying issues to make sure that they keep up on all of them. So having all of these components in one app is a great solution for you if you want to get lasting long-term change.